Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning LaLa and Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jess Moyer. This is Good Morning LaLa, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Also available on Apple TV, Roku, and Twitch.
And it's hashtag Monday Motivation. We're going to talk about it's Q2, how to become the CEO of your life. So important to stay focused, not like me, but we come together each morning to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, and live our unique divine truth.
I feel that. You seem focused. That was pretty good.
Yep. We've got some hashtag Monday vibes in the house. Not gonna lie. That's why we're so excited to welcome our very special guest who can take it away and share their expertise on the mindset of being the CEO of their life. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
The official Marie Wilson is in the house. She is a mom, she's an actor, and she's an adventurer.
Yes.
Good morning, Marie. How are you?
I am well. How are you doing?
We're so grateful to have you here today. Here in Good Morning Island, we like to know about your morning routine. So tell us, how do you start your day?
Well, after that alarm goes off, I just sit in bed for about 5 minutes and just breathe and just focus on how I would love my day to unfold. So I think just having an intention and just focusing and just putting some just good vibes and a positive mindset before you step out on the floor and start your day. That's the way I do it.
Absolutely. Intention is everything, isn't it?
Yes,
Yep.
especially on Monday, right?
Oh, I know. I felt like I was spinning today. I got to be intentional about this, like I'm intentional about every word I cannot say. Best-selling author Ian Thomas is in the house. Good morning.
Hi, everyone.
We're so grateful to have you here with us today. We can't wait to share some of those words. But first, we want to know, how do you start your day?
Very early. I have two kids, one 6 weeks old, one nearly 3. And so,
Congratulations.
How are you even awake right now?
He probably just hasn't slept since
I just don't sleep anymore. So I end up waking up at like 4 a.m. so I can have about an hour of time before the madness starts. And then I drink coffee and I make my daughter's lunch for school. And every day I try and ask her like what she's excited about that day, just so she has something to look forward to before I drop her off at school. I think that's really important. And then, I write poetry for a living, which is the strangest job in the world. So I go and do that.
Amazing.
I only heard like a sliver of that.
Jillian Estelle is in the house. She is a young star on the rise. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for waking up and shining with us today. So how do you usually start your day? What's a typical morning routine for you?
Well, like Marie said at the beginning, I wake up and I have an alarm, which sucks. But I am in high school, so I wake up, I get on my phone. Not a good way to start your morning, but that's how I started. I get on my phone for a few minutes, roll out of bed, dread rolling out of bed, get up, get my mom to make me my breakfast shake because she makes them better than I do. And then after I drink my shake, I get ready, brush my teeth, wash my face, and go to school.
Awesome.
There you go. Routines are everything. It's good to start some superfood routines young, right?
It is.
Absolutely. Oh, good morning. Denise Reed is in the house. Good morning, Denise.
Good morning. How are you?
We're so excited that you're here in La La Land and celebrating this incredible festival. I know you're going to share some details with us later in the show, but first we want to know, how do you start your day?
So I start my day by snoozing my alarm about 37 times. I'm really bad at waking up. And, I do the lay there for a minute, like, okay, I could do this. And then I get myself out of bed. I have a little dry erase board, so I try to do like a new quote each day for the day. I love quotes. I love poetry too, so sometimes it'll be a poem. And I'm from New York, so I hop on the subway to wherever I'm going. It's always different. Like, I'm an actress, and auditions, shoots, like, it's always something different. And I usually listen to a little like meditative music on the subway to kind of decompress, because the subway system, I don't know about the LA subway systems, but New York, it's wild.
It's a whole
it's like a whole different world. I really love to listen to meditative music. I really love like Middle Eastern music at the moment, so that's my go-to.
I like those vibes. So what's the quote you're starting with today?
Say it again, what?
What quote are you starting off with today?
I didn't write a quote today because I'm staying with a friend here in LA, so she doesn't have a dry erase board.
See that?
I couldn't fit it in my bag, so. Oh, girl, okay, after this, I'm gonna have to stop by.
That's hilarious. See, I love quotes too. and I thought we were gonna have a quote battle, but now I feel like we won. I already
By
won.
the end of the show, I'll come
right.
at you.
Okay, she's an actor.
got
I'll drop a quote. Life is not a dress rehearsal, courtesy of Eleanor Roosevelt. And if you don't have a dry erase board and you're traveling, you could probably share those quotes with us via your Insta stories.
Yes, that's right. Follow me on Insta. Hello,
Challenge
it's nice.
accepted. Well, thank you all so much for being here. We're excited to talk to each of you later in the show.
Yes.
Woo!
How you feeling today?
Monday.
Does it feel like a Monday?
I'm moving slow today, you guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Takes a little extra effort on Mondays.
I had a great weekend though. So I went down to Alyssa Nobriga's house. She brought this like Mac Daddy, like Spanish Mediterranean home, and she had this amazing idea. She brought together about 15 women influencers, and they hired this amazing film crew. And basically they made different sections of the house. One section was direct to camera, one was 2 chairs doing an interview, one was in their dining room on this round table that had a video thing that had 6 videos that come out, cameras that come out to everybody. So they were basically just kind of curating a conscious conversation, having all the influencers use the film crew to do all their, content, whatever they're up to in their life.
It's like a studio in your house.
It was really fascinating.
Well, yeah, and we want to give a special thank you to you, Rob,
Me?
for that introduction to Alyssa Nobriga.
Yeah.
We know that she's a personal friend of yours.
Yes, that's true.
Tell us a little bit about her.
Oh, Alyssa Nobriga. I love Alyssa. I met Alyssa and her husband Emilio at the gym. So I go to this gym in Santa Monica. I'm not gonna tell everybody where it is. Probably already know if you see some episodes. In any case, just really, I think what I love most about Alyssa and Emilio is that they're so deeply present, right? When you're with them, you just feel deeply loved, and you feel deep love, not just for them, but for everybody else as well. So, Alyssa's a spiritual teacher. She's a life coach. And she basically helps people live happier, healthier, wealthier lives from the inside out.
Yeah.
And create incredible content in her incredible home, like
That's
Erin
right.
got to do on Saturday.
We had conscious conversations, everything from about dating and love to, there was a quote, Lenny Kravitz had some post about like, we've had men rule the world, let's hand it over to the women, let's see. So we debated, it kind of got political at some points in time, but it's so cool to just have conscious conversations with these highly intelligent women.
And when and where can we see the content you created, Erin?
I'm not sure. They're making a reel out of it for some different things, and then each individual is their own content, so it'll be on their websites or whatever it is that they're doing with the content. So
Nice.
Stay tuned.
That sounds awesome, huh? So you basically worked the weekend.
I did, and I had this terrible headache after, and I realized something kind of crazy. Okay, so I used to meditate for hours, literally hours every day. And at one point in time, my dreams completely went away, and I had these fractals it was the coolest thing. Well, I don't have time to meditate for hours a day now, and so my dreams have begun to come back. And you have all kinds of dreams, and I've had these dreams that are stressful, and I wake up in the morning and my neck's all so I'm thinking, I guess I'm stressed. I don't even know I'm stressed.
Well,
That's interesting.
I think that's the human form. Most of us, I think the other 98% of us in the world who don't have hours a day to meditate experience that. And it's so interesting though, because like you were saying earlier before the show, like really processing the whole collective consciousness, even in our sleep, it's really disturbing.
There's a lot of work in there, right? We got to
like being jacked into the matrix.
Yeah,
So that's why
but I think that's the point, is that we have to somehow know that we are part of the collective, and if we're gonna, rise above that, we have to have a diligent, really disciplined daily spiritual practice. It's intense.
Yeah, like you mentioned, like the Matrix, we're plugged in, whether we know it or not.
Yeah, it's wild. How was your weekend, Jazz?
Oh, it was incredible. It was full of fashion. I went to the Jonathan Mark Stein and Matt Sarafa collaboration fashion show on Friday night. It was incredible. It was so cool. There was some really cool furs and metallics. And I was at Love Your Body fashion show on Sunday.
Did they have you walk? Because
No,
every time you go to a fashion show,
I retired to the front. Yeah, usually
walk the show.
sometimes that happens to me, but I retired to the front row this time, so that was super fun. I put some of my highlights, of course, in my Insta stories. That was really neat. Love Your Body event. Special thanks to Kara Michelle, who was on our show last week. It was really cool, very inspiring show. Women of all ages, shapes, sizes, colors. It was really inspiring. And then I went to the Flying Hero Club event.
Oh, yeah.
It was so awesome. So one of our guests last week, Jim Churchman, is an incredible stunt man. He is like the guy who makes all the superheroes fly for the Marvel films. So he and all his crew buddies got together through this awesome barbecue at the Strand Brewing Company, and he let children with special needs and even adults or who are terminally ill bring their dream to life to be a superhero for the day. Iron Man was walking around, Batman and Robin were there, and all these kids were dressed with capes, with masks, they had face paint, and they got to go on the contraption that they actually use in the Marvel movies to fly. And they captured it, and you guys, I have never witnessed true happiness in its purest form like I did yesterday. I mean, it was so incredible. There was this, this man, he was quadriplegic. He's been like literally trapped in his wheelchair for God knows how many years or decades for that. And they rigged the contraption, and he gets on the walkie, and the crew guy goes, "Now let's do it like you do in Hollywood." And he goes, 3, 2, 1, action. And they lift him up, and he soars across in his wheelchair, and he comes back, and he's like, again. The guy flies 4 times. And he was literally, and he can't move from the neck down, but bursting with joy. I mean, every cell of his body, you could tell, was just about to explode with happiness. And he had tears in his eyes, and they bring him down, and he rolls past me, and I said, "What was that like?" And he said, "This is the happiest day of my life."
Wow.
I thought, oh my God. I mean, really, to witness that was so incredible. So thank you to the Churchman family for giving that opportunity.
He's a walking angel.
Really,
really incredible.
Infinitely deep.
Amazing. How about you, Rob?
I can't follow that up.
I know. How do you
What do you
follow
mean?
that?
It's like kids and happiness. They're flying.
They're flying.
What do you say after that?
The good news is that they are going to do another event in just a couple months in Laguna, so stay tuned for dates on that, and you can go to theflyingheroesclub.com for more information if you want to volunteer or donate or experience that.
Wow. Send all my
I'll be
clients
there.
to that event. They'll be fixed immediately.
Fixed immediately.
Right? Unbelievable. Wow. I have a friend in town, my friend Damien Falcone. He's one of my best friends. I've known him for over a decade. Just probably met him before I met you just shortly. He's had a number of successful businesses, but you would never know because he's such a humble guy. So we spent some time. We just went to dinner with a couple other friends, and then we did a little tour of Santa Monica, went to Wally's, and a couple different places, 40 Ocean. And then Sunday I shot a segment for Pop Fusion TV. So it's kind of a guys talk segment. Don't know when that's coming out. The interesting now, I don't know if you guys are like this, but I've discovered now that I just have meetings scheduled into my calendar. So I just show up, but I have no idea actually what the meeting's for.
I can't.
So I get there, I'm like, okay, what are we doing? I don't even try. I don't even try to keep up.
track of all of them.
I'm like, I just know I'm supposed to be here now. I have no idea for what or for who, but just tell me and I'll deliver.
Same here.
It sounds like Rob needs a personal assistant.
That's true, actually.
It might be about time.
Speaking of, it is Q2, you guys. So, and what does that mean exactly? That means that most businesses go off of the year of quarters. So there's Q1, 2, 3, 4, and we're officially in Q2. And so I don't know if you guys do it, but in my groups, we always have one major thing, one major goal for the quarter, and then we back it into the month, the week, the day, the hour, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So you got to be the CEO of your life. So you got to think about how to direct that energy. So what do you guys? What's your?
Well, it usually means taxes, I think, doesn't it? For most of us, it's taxes. For me, I could always be more strategic in terms of a business approach. I love money and I love business, but I love peace so much more. So to be quite honest with you, the only thing I ever truly optimize for is peace.
That can be a goal.
That is
Why not?
my top goal. I just like being at
It has
peace.
to be the top goal.
Yeah, but peace and happiness is your business. It's your brand. By the way, he's got a book about
yes,
it.
That's true.
That
Happiness
helps.
from the inside out.
Venmo Jeslyn checks all day. She's amazing. You're amazing with that.
Venmo doesn't work in bookkeeping, just so you know. It's one of those platforms that's not so great for
Off the
bookkeeping. So you got to
radar.
do it PayPal instead of.
Maybe that's why people do Venmo, isn't it?
It's really interesting, though, in talking about the CEO mindset versus the employee mindset. And the way I was raised and where I grew up in West Michigan, most of us had a very employee mindset.
Yeah.
We did our tests, we got our work done, and we thought the harder you work and the more you show up, then you will rise. I never really learned what it meant to have a CEO mindset until I moved to California, until I was encouraged to become a businesswoman and the CEO of my life. What did that look like? I wasn't just an employee booking gig to gig. What did I do? What did I want to do to create a business for myself? And really that was taking a step back in thinking big picture. Well, how do you even do that when you're playing catch through all the emails and the texts and the DMs that are coming out your way? You really have to have a clear vision of what the big picture is, right? And direct and steer the ship rather than just being bogged down by task. I think that's a key difference.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I do a CEO meeting usually every Sunday. I teach my girls to do that. Just getting the bigger picture of the week, because you can get so distracted by everything. You got to decide what you're going to do. But I want to give a little shout out also to Lisa Smith Jewelry. She sent this over. These
Beautiful. I love
gorgeous
that.
crystals.
I love the clear.
Right?
Yeah.
So pretty. But
So get clear on your mindset in second quarter.
And there you go. There's a segment. So I think we should take a break on that note. Stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.
Welcome to your home for talk. I'm Jezza Moyer, and this is Ever Talk TV, America's first live streaming video talk show platform. This week on Ever Talk, our shows were filled with positivity, enlightenment, insta fame, insta scandals, and binge-worthy conversations. Let's take a look.
Today I'm officially coming out of the closet as a mother. I've never publicly announced it. I've been a model for 15 years, and now I'm finally letting people know I have 2 kids. I have a 16-year-old son, and my 13-year-old son will be 14 in another month and a half. You know, obviously explaining that I have a 16-year-old, people are gonna be like, wait, how old are you? And I'm under 40, I'm 36. Okay, let's just get that out there.
Oh, wow.
Coming out of the closet again.
You came out twice already today.
I know, oh my gosh. I hope that our viewers are watching this to realize that when you have a passion, and when it pays the bills and you can live a good life and provide for your children, there should be no shame in what you do. Right. I agree.
So in other news, for those that don't yet know, Kelly's having a baby. Yay! Hiding it so well, by the way. You know, she's so disgustingly slim even when pregnant.
God
Just
bless you.
unfair. But I'm guessing that everything that you learn and your journey through HEAL has had some sort of impact on you becoming a mama.
I've always had this awe and kind of curiosity about how intelligent the human body is.
Okay.
But now I'm just like living in this awe, like I'm creating this human being inside of me. It's wild.
It's crazy.
And to really try, like my women's bodies are designed to do this.
Would you want to do a home birth as well, or?
Yeah.
I thought with the squeal that was going to be, oh no. Wow.
I do. I
feel like that's brave.
It is brave.
Wow.
I admire many people that, you know, I get through birth, whatever way you want to do it. There's no judgment.
I was at a casino night last night.
Yeah.
We went to celebrate with Maria Conchita Alonso. We have a special look at some of the video from the event last night.
Than 18 animal foundations. My organization is called VEE Fauna, which means Venezuela Endorses Fauna. It's not a non-profit. So I got together, I united with one that has been a non-profit for 11 years. It's called Luchemos por la Vida, Fight for Life. They have an orphanage where many of their kids have HIV. I thank you very, very much for your contribution, because alone we can't do it.
She's such a love.
Yeah, our love and light to Maria Conchita and all the orphanages she's supporting in Venezuela. You know, it's always great when Hollywood comes together and has a heart and gives back. Visit evertalktv.com for your free 30-day subscription. EverTalk TV, anytime, anywhere. What an incredible week here at EverTalk TV. I'm Jezza Moyer, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land here on #Miracle Monday. We are with Marie Wilson, and she's an actress, mom, all the above.
Yes.
How do you do all these miracles? Just not gonna lie.
Well, the way we all do it, I'm sure
Right.
you have the same platter and you have the same platter. You just, you find your priorities and you take it a step at a time, baby steps,
Right.
and you get through it.
Take us back to the beginning. Tell us a little bit about who you are and your journey to where you've come to.
I've always kind of gone with the flow of life, and I've been trying, well, it's a constant battle, to just be present and live in the moment and go with the flow, and I kind of never really had a plan. I just kind
I feel like that's a high five right there to all the people without plans.
when I make a plan, it doesn't go well, so I figure I'm releasing any expectations. So I kind of fell into the modeling, and from modeling I traveled and then fell into commercials, and then from commercials I went into TV, and now I'm sitting here.
And now, Best Lead Actress in a Drama Series for Ladies in a Lake on Amazon. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So
Thank you.
Tell us about the second season, about the show.
Well, the first season the book was written by Ken Corday, who's Days of Our Lives, and the first season went so well that we had a second season, and we had more actors, more different fun storylines, and it's just a fun ride, and hopefully they're might be a season 3. I don't know. We'll see.
So tell people, though, about the series. If they haven't tuned into season 1 yet and they want to binge all the way through, what can they expect?
It's drama. It's a fun ride. It's kind of like a Desperate Housewives kind of twist to it, and it's quick. You could marathon it, and it's on Amazon, like I said, and it's a bunch of girls finding their way.
So this kind of role, though, isn't new to you because you were in over 600 episodes of As the World Turns, right?
Was it? Yeah.
Whoa.
So take us back to your
So you can relate.
days.
You can relate to that show. That's a lot of episodes.
That is a lot of episodes. It was 5 years, so yeah, we had a
How
good
the
run.
hell did you do it?
A day at a time. A day at a time.
As
We just,
the world turns.
Yes. And it's always a team effort. You know, it becomes a family, and you have each other's backs, and you get through it, and it becomes a well-oiled machine.
Is there any point in your journey to date where you've been confused, you've questioned whether or not you can continue to lean into the trust and the faith that things will work out in a great fashion?
Well, I think we all have days like that. I think I'm sure there's moments every day of my life where I feel that way, going, are you sure I should be doing this? But you just have to release that and just know that everything is meant to work out the way it's supposed to work out, and just go with the flow.
Do you have a routine, like a daily spiritual practice that you do?
Like I said, in the morning, I wake up and I just center myself and just take a deep breath and make sure I set an intention and just put good positive vibes out there, good feelings, you know, because I think it's more mindset than anything.
So speaking of mindset and being kind of the CEO of your life, what would you have told your younger self as a rising star, coming to LA, wanting to be an actress? What would you tell her?
I'm still trying to figure that out. No.
Fair enough. It's as honest an answer you get, right? Yeah.
You know, just don't put so much pressure on yourself, and just enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. And the more you enjoy it, the more you have pleasant surprises.
Yes.
You know.
And in the times, though, in Hollywood, we face a ton of rejection, right?
Yes, that's a given.
It's a given, but it's really hard to keep the momentum in the face of all that.
Yes, yeah. In the beginning, it was really hard because I took it personally, and I think that's the key, is not to take it personally, because there are so many factors that go into the decision making. So as long as you really trust that if it's your part and if it's meant for you, it'll happen, then you know, it's easier to handle that rejection.
Have you had any teachers or mentors or just people in your life that have sort of modeled that relaxed, tapped into, didn't turned on mentality, or has it just been something that's come natural to you?
No, it has not come naturally to me. While watching all these amazing, inspirational people, I know Oprah has been a huge influence in my life. Wayne Dyer, a lot of spiritual teachers have really helped me a lot. And my high school art teacher always had that kind of mantra. So.
It's always the high school art teacher. You know?
That's true. I loved her. She always had an open heart and welcomed everybody. And you know, when you have that kind of open-heartedness, you gravitate to it, like everybody.
Right. I love that.
I think you have that open-heartedness.
Well,
you're such a light. So tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey and follow what's next for you.
My Insta is Marie Wilson Official. My Twitter is Marie Wilson 1, and Facebook is Marie Wilson.
Awesome.
Right.
And catch Amazon for the second season of Ladies Like.
Yes, and the first season.
Thanks so much.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more. Good morning, La La Land. Welcome to your home for talk. I'm Jezza Moyer, and this is Ever Talk TV, America's first live streaming video talk show platform. This week on Ever Talk, our shows were filled with positivity, enlightenment, Insta fame, Insta scandals, and binge-worthy conversations. Let's take a look.
Today's guest dislikes titles. Although he is an amazing, talented actor and a real-life Viking, he prefers to be valued by how many belly laughs he can get you to have in the shortest amount of time.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin Ziering, and this is The Housewives of Hollywood. You might think you know The Housewives, but it's not rosé all day, Pilates, and finding the best nannies. It's women supporting women, And today I have a very special guest, and we might have to change the name just to Housewives of Beverly Hills for Tori Spelling. Tori, thank you so much for coming on. Oh my gosh, anything for you.
We kind of like having her here.
Yeah, she's like, so much good morning, LaLa. We've got things to do.
room to your set today.
That's right.
I love that.
So tell us about the proper way to actually taste this wine.
Put it in your mouth.
I love you. That's my kind of winemaker.
LOL. As you can see, we have a lot of fun here at EverTalk TV, and I'm so excited to share this journey experience with you. Visit evertalktv.com for your free 30-day subscription. EverTalk TV, anytime, anywhere. What an incredible week here at EverTalk TV. I'm Jessamine Moyer, and we'll see you next time. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa, and it's an absolute honor to welcome best-selling author Ian S. Thomas in the house, and he's expressing every word you cannot say. Thank you so much, by the way, for all the incredible work, and the recognition you've been getting worldwide is absolutely inspiring.
It's you know, I live on the tip of Africa, so like it's just crazy the way it's gone all over the world.
So tell us though, how did that experience growing up affect the words you cannot say now in your journey?
Well, I grew up in apartheid South Africa, so it was a really difficult time. It was a very authoritarian place and a very conservative kind of place where you weren't really allowed to express yourself or be different. And so, you know, that's informed my writing quite a lot, where when I started writing poetry online back in 2007, I made a conscious decision that I would never use talk about someone's race or their gender or their location. I would always talk about you, the reader, as a human being. And so that's informed a lot of my work.
And the readers, Steven Spielberg, Khloe Kardashian, dozens of celebrities have endorsed you because of what your words have given to them was a voice of things they couldn't say for themselves.
Yeah.
What is it that you're saying, and how does that in turn express them?
Well, I think for me, my writing has always been about trying to find something basic and true and human about the reader. And I think I'm always trying to find a connection to someone who I don't know. And I think that search for humanness is something that resonates with other people, no matter who you are. You know, people say my writing makes them feel less alone. The act of writing it and having that kind of response makes me feel less alone, you know. So it's a kind of two-way.
So important.
Yeah.
And today we have so many, you know, a lot of the movements are just about having a voice for the voiceless, right?
Yeah.
So who would you say you're writing for?
I'm writing for everyone who has some kind of challenge in their life that they struggle to talk about, whether it's a struggle with a relationship, with their career, with their family. And we all have those struggles. We all have things that we struggle to talk about. The world is this incredibly divided place right now. You know, no matter where you are, whether you're here in America or in South Africa or Brazil or New Zealand, no matter where you go. And I think we need a kinder world, and a kinder world starts with being able to talk to ourselves and being able to talk to others. And so that's why I wrote this book.
Love it.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah. I'd love to hear a little taste.
Sure, I'll read you guys something.
Yeah, please.
Sure. You are here, so know the kindness of the universe, and know that there is great hope for us if we can find the hope inside ourselves first. Embrace the you inside you, silence the voice that stops you from being able to truly help yourself and others. You can be someone who matters to others. You can be someone who matters to you. There is a kind of light that can shine in anyone if they give themselves the space to shine. You need to remember, because life has a way of making you forget.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
You know what I especially love about it? Not just that the words are so beautiful,
yeah.
It's written so eloquently, but you can feel the presence and the kindness from which they come, from where they come. You know what I mean? That's the powerful place. In order for you to write from that place, is there something specific that you need to do to stay in that place, or are you always in that place?
You know, I mean, I've struggled with depression myself, and so I have a variety of different strategies to deal with that. So for me, it's about getting enough exercise, getting enough sleep, eating healthy, waking up early and making sure that I'm, you know, you guys were talking about it earlier on, living with intention. You know, I think we're so distracted today by all the different things that we have access to on our phones and everything else. And you know, for me, if I can be very purposeful about what I'm doing when I sit down to write, if I know what I'm trying to do, then that's a good, healthy space to write from. There's this weird, you know, creative myth that artists tell themselves where they think they need to be depressed or they need to be sad in order to be...
Artist angst,
Yeah, exactly. It's a very dangerous myth that people tell themselves. The best things I've ever written have come from a healthy space.
And that's empirical. That is empirical, because you know, for a long time, that's exactly what they say. Oh, you need to be depressed to be creative. Yeah. And they actually found you're much more creative.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're happy, when you're, you know.
You know, writing is a great way to kind of exercise emotions from yourself. I always say art is a wonderful way of allowing an emotion to leave the body. You know, you write it down and then you can walk away from it. And so writing is an amazing form of therapy. And when you are sad, it can be a very productive thing, but the best things you will write will come from a healthy space.
Oh, just fantastic. Do you find any challenges at all between sort of writing this really beautiful piece and then coming from that place of presence and kindness, and then knowing that you need to get it out into the world, and that lots of folks might invite you, encourage you to take a path that doesn't feel nearly as kind or as present in order to get the awareness out? Do you experience that at all?
I do. I mean, it's a strange thing where there's this kind of struggle between being a creative person and making sure that people are seeing your work. You know, because everyone has a second job now, which is being on social media. And so, you know, the act of, you know, trying to, you know, put your work out there and share it with people can be quite frustrating, because it's actually kind of counterintuitive to the creative process. The creative process is something where you should be fully present. You know, you should be doing deep work and in a state of flow. And then to come out of that and go, oh, I need to post it on Instagram and use the right hashtags and like
Insta story this moment. Hang on.
Exactly. And am I, you know, am I doing it right? Is it the right time and everything else? And it's a very counterintuitive process for a creative person. I think.
Have you found it helpful to outsource that, or do you do it yourself?
I do it myself. I have some help every now and again, but I don't know, you know, the world is such a strange place in terms of, you know, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and everything is kind of ruled by algorithms now. So whenever you're doing something on social media, you're kind of second guessing, what does this machine want? Which is very, which is very scary for a lot of young creative people, I think, because, you know, they're not even writing for an audience, let alone themselves. Some of them are writing for a machine. They're writing for an algorithm.
And you just nailed it, because algorithms aren't about, you think that it's about predicting behavior. It's actually about guiding, controlling behavior to a large extent. I mean, that's the point. That's how they get you to do things. So it's a profound...
Damn machine. See? It's the man, the machine.
The Matrix can explain everything in that movie.
It is. It's a very, you know, we've always had these big fears that robots are going to come and take our jobs. They're not. They're taking the audience, you know, because I was speaking to a musician the other night, and he was saying that there's guys who make music for Spotify. And there are certain things that they know the Spotify algorithm favors, and so they write their songs for that algorithm. Not like what they think someone might want to hear, but what they want to do, you know. Yeah, so it's for a creative person right now in this space, it's a very tricky space to navigate.
Well, thank you for bringing us back to a sacred moment like poetry. So tell people where they can find your book and you.
You can find it wherever good books are sold, Barnes & Noble, Target, Amazon, everywhere. You know, the last thing I wanted to say actually is it is National Poetry Month today. And I think, you know, the world really does need poetry right now. I always say it needs kindness, it needs compassion, it needs love, and it needs poetry, because poetry is all of those things. So,
just fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
It's going to be a good morning, LaLa Land. This is my first TV experience. I'm so happy I did it with you.
You guys
guys so much for watching. You can always find these videos and binge them on EverTalk TV. They're also now on Apple TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are with a young star on the rise. She is an actress, she is a dancer. Jillian Estelle, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm super excited.
By the way, saw her on the runway yesterday.
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Did you kill it? You killed it, didn't you?
I don't know if I did.
Yes.
All right, she killed it. Dust those shoulders off, girl. Like, you did amazing.
Thank you.
So tell us about your experience of working with them and how it felt to be on the runway.
Actually, yesterday was amazing. It was my first time doing anything with them, but it was, she's just amazing, and she's super sweet. I was actually at her store for an event somebody was having, and I was just buying clothes because I can't resist buying clothes. And so I was buying some stuff, and she was like, oh, by the way, tomorrow we are having, or not tomorrow, a few weekends later, we're gonna be having a runway show, and would you like to be in it? And I was like, yeah, for sure. And so she was like, okay. So they had me come back and try some different outfits that they were having, and they picked 2 brands that were like similar. Both of them were doing patches on something, and so I did a sweatshirt and a jean jacket.
But I think the most important thing to talk about, while the clothes are fantastic, we love a good, buy, it's the empowerment that comes with your style and how empowering it is for you to show off your shape, your age, your color on that runway.
Yes.
Let's talk about that for a second.
It was amazing because obviously I am mixed. My mom's white, my dad's black, and I also have very short hair, which is different than most people. So being on there and having my friends there and my mom there and just people that are surrounding me with their love it's amazing.
So awesome, right? What a great time.
So what would you, I know that Jeslyn has a lot of experience, and clearly you have a lot of experience with runways. I'm a firm believer that you can learn almost anything you need to know from, in life from the one thing that you do well. So let's say walking the runway. What's required to walk the runway in a way that makes you feel good and makes other people feel good? What is it that you do?
You have to be confident in yourself, because if you're not, you just kind of have your head down and you look disappointed, I guess. But if you it's also just having fun. Like, you got to think about it like it's not this big serious thing. You just have to have fun.
But you've mastered a craft. I mean, how did you? It took time. Were you born with confidence, or was it embodying your craft?
I've been modeling for different things since I was like 3, 2. But I guess loving your body. And I have a hard time with that, honestly, but when I am out there working, just got to think about it all right, I love my body.
Yeah. And what about when you see yourself on screen? We know you're playing.
I don't like watching myself.
You started opposite Octavia Spencer, Kevin Costner in Black or White. What was that like for you?
It was amazing. We became like a family, which was so amazing. I enjoyed it so much. And Kevin, we still talk to them. We still see them. It's so much fun working with them, alongside them. It was just an amazing experience. And being able to work with someone for my first big job with 2 amazing people. Honestly, I didn't even know who Kevin Costner was. I love him with my whole heart now, but I did not know who. I was so excited to meet Octavia Spencer because I saw The Help and I was like, oh my God, I am so excited to meet her. And she was like, don't get any ideas. The first day I saw her, because at the end of The Help, she makes a poop pie. And I was so excited to talk to her about that. And she was like, don't get any ideas, Jillian. Don't get any ideas. And that was the first day I met her. And it was just, her personality is exactly how it is on screen. She's sweet, funny, amazing, and so is Kevin. They're both just amazing people, and their hearts are amazing.
Very few people ever get the opportunity to work with celebrities of that caliber. What did you learn from them?
I learned actually a lot. I was 9, so I was very young, and working with them, being so young, I was kind of the only kid on set for a long time, and Kevin was just always like, Jillian, just make sure you're focused. Make sure you know that you are who you are, and you know your lines, you know all your stuff, so just make sure you're focused and you're working. And so I also learned just to be myself, I guess, and have fun.
Is that hard as an actor? Is it hard to
be yourself?
Yes.
Yes, it actually is, because you're being everybody else.
Yeah, that's confusing,
at
right?
the same time as trying to be yourself.
Be yourself in this role. Okay, cool.
Everybody always tells you be yourself, but then like as an actress, like you're like not being yourself, you're being everybody else but yourself.
So is part of then sort of finding those traits, those qualities, or that part of yourself within the role that you most connect with?
For Black or White, it was kind of like my life. So it was mainly me being me. There are a few scenes that I wouldn't say things that I said or do things that I did, but it was majority. It was actually kind of me.
That's cool. You're like, I got
kind
this
of
one.
like the role was kind of written for, not like being cocky, you know, but like it was just a role that like had all my personality, all my. Obviously, I used to have really big hair, and so like it had that, and like literally in the scene, it was like big hair, and my mom was like, "Jillian, this is the one for you." So it was amazing.
Special shout out to your mom, who's always working hard for you.
She's amazing. She has her own PR business now, and she's just booming. She's doing amazing. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. My mom's always been there for me, and she's amazing. She's standing right there, and I love her so much.
Oh, it's so incredible, though, because I'm sure she's been a great role model, not only to you, but a lot of the young stars that she works with. What do you think about that? What have you learned from your mom?
A lot. She's always there for me. We moved out here like 3 years ago together, and it was a crazy trip, but we made it, and sorry.
Oh, it's so good.
We had
so hard.
We've had a lot of hard things happen, but obviously we've made it through it, and we're here, and she's doing amazing with her own business that she started like literally like 3-4 months ago. She has amazing clients, and oh my god, I'm probably not going to be able to hear. And she's just helped me through a lot of hard things. So, I don't know. I'm probably not even answering your guys' questions right now.
So what are you most excited about right now? What projects are you working on that you want to share?
There's nothing I'm like currently able to say that I'm working on, but
That's how you know.
it's you know, it's LA when you can't talk about the things you're working on. But yeah, I'm just, you know, just look out somewhere soon. Follow me on Instagram. It's where I'll be posting when I can.
What's your Instagram handle?
At Jillian Estelle, JILLIANESTELL.
So important, you guys. Know that even the parents we can affect. They're looking up to us, right? You got every minute. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Mom, for all the love. And stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.
Just ask yourself and answer some questions.
I'm going to ask myself some questions. You can just kind of sit there and react with your face as I go through.
I'm introducing an Emmy Award-winning host. I better freaking get this right.
You knocked it out of the park. You did a great job. I'm so good at what I do, aren't I? Okay.
I hope you're filming right now.
These are the things. Those are the things you have to get.
The outtakes are the best.
I know.
We kind of like having her here.
Yeah, she's like, so much good morning, LaLa. We've got things to do.
Room to your set today.
That's right.
I love that.
So tell us about the proper way to actually taste this wine.
Put it in your mouth. I love you. That's my kind of winemaker.
LOL. As you can see, we have a lot of fun here at EverTalk TV, and I'm so excited to share this journey experience with you. Visit evertalktv.com for your free 30-day subscription. EverTalk TV, anytime, anywhere. What an incredible week here at EverTalk TV. I'm Jasmine Moyer, and we'll see you next time. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La, and we are with a dreamer who plays pretend and gets paid for it.
Hey.
Denise Reed. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
All the way from New York, so what brings you to LA?
You guys. No. No, I honestly feel like I know you guys from watching you guys so much. So we're going to be instant besties. But I'm actually here for an award ceremony. I was nominated for an acting award, my first nomination.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
So what did you do to celebrate this nomination?
Came here. No. Well, my birthday's this coming Sunday, so this whole week is just a celebratory week. You know, I'll get a little bit away from the cold and hang out with my friends and just enjoy, you know.
Love it. So tell us about the nomination.
Sure. So the series, it's a web series. It's called 190 Lorimer. It's each episode is about a different tenant in an apartment building in Brooklyn, and it's very comedic, very quirky. A lot of really cuckoo characters. Particularly my character. She has her screws are a little bit loose, kind of like myself. I know we were talking about playing roles that are very similar to ourselves. I just basically opened my mouth, and that was the character.
She's gonna work. Yes.
Yeah. So she's a little psychotic, but it was a really fun character to play. She flips out, and yeah, you'll have to check it out.
So tell us a little bit about your personal story. Where are you from?
So I'm from New Jersey, dirty Jersey.
Yes.
And I grew up coming to the city, you know, and when I was a little girl, I used to tell my parents, I'm gonna move here when I'm older, and they're like, no, you're not. And now I live there, now I give them tours around the city, and yeah, just like growing up, I grew up on stage dancing. I did competitive dance, and
was that your first love, dance?
You know, it was my first love. I enjoyed it a lot. I wasn't thinking of it as far as a career. I did really enjoy being on stage and like the attention. I'm like, pay attention to me, always typical actor. But then like in high school, I did a little bit of theater and I liked it. I really liked acting, but like the stage thing, I was like, okay, this is cool, but I don't see a career for this. And then in college, I did a short film, my first short film. And after I saw like the footage, I was like, oh my God, this is what I need to do forever. Yeah. So yeah, so that's how I started. And then I just started auditioning. Like, I was in my last year of college and I was like skipping class to go to auditions and like run into the city and stuff. I went to Rutgers in New Jersey. So yeah, my double major is just going down the drain. Along with all my money for my student loans.
What is it about acting that you love so much?
I love having, like, I love the process, obviously. Like, I love playing different characters, especially crazy ones. And I just love the whole filmmaking process. I've been doing a little bit of directing and producing myself. So getting to see all the different angles of creating something is just so cool to me. You know, I feel like a lot of actors are like, I'm the face of this project, so I'm the most important thing. But it's not. Like, you're literally just a tiny piece of this whole big production.
So,
like, you know?
As a creator, how would you describe your vision or your style, aesthetic?
So I feel like I'm very similar to like Emma Stone or like Emma Roberts. I love all the Emmas. But like I'm very like, my personality is very like quirky and like colorful, and I feel like a lot of roles that I get auditions for and cast in have a little bit of quirk and comedy to them. I want to do comedy, like that's where my heart lies.
Love that.
Yeah.
So at the top of the show, we mentioned being the CEO of your life, right? And a lot of people say New York is a state of mind.
Yeah, oh yeah.
How do you use that to your advantage?
Well, being an actor, it's like running a business. It's like literally running your own business. You know, you are your brand, and you know, I spent a whole year just kind of coming up with what my brand is. I'm like, I don't know who I am. Who am I? What do I represent? And so, like, finally I was like, okay, I think I got this. And then, like, you know, I feel like you just have to work on all your marketing materials, like your website, everything like that. But then also you have to take, like, CEO steps towards your career. You can't just rely on other people. You know, you can't just sit back and wait for your agent to call you in for an audition, to get you an audition. You gotta, like, work. You gotta put in the work. You know, an agent only gets 10 to 15% because they only do 10 to 15% of the work. You know?
I love that. Well, tell people where they can find you, where they can find the show, all the good stuff.
I'm Denise Reed. You can find me. My Instagram, Twitter, Facebook is Hello, it's D-Nice. People call me D-Nice.
Ah, D-Nice.
So Hello, it's D-N-I-C. The web series, the website is thebestwebseries.com. Because it's the best, in my opinion. But yeah, follow me, watch the web series. My name is Sarah in the series, so you'll find it.
She's cray.
She's a little cray,
Stay tuned. We'll bring it back.
Thank you.
Success and that girl on Instagram success, and you were ready because it is our time, and it's our time that we rise together. And I'm just so incredibly grateful that you've given us the opportunity to do that with you.
Erin and Jeslyn are two of the most brilliant, beautiful women I've ever met in my entire life. And that is excluding my mom and my sister, because they will cut me. I promise they will. And I've never met anything but beautiful, brilliant women, right? And all of you are a testament to that. So just thank you so much for honoring us. I feel so humbled and so grateful just to be a part of this incredible journey that Dr. Erin and Jeslyn sort of have invited me on. Thank you, Carrie. This is just a fantastic event, and I'm so inspired by everybody's story.
Live from Los Angeles.
Oh,
Welcome
sorry,
back to
guys.
Good Morning LaLa.
Everybody's still waking up? Monday.
Just picking up where Erin's dropping.
So today I am so honored to introduce a dear friend of mine, Emerald. She is 19 years as an RN. Yes. She's first in the operating room. She's first assist. But most importantly, this woman has transformed my life personally. She's touched my life because she is. She works with foster children in Tijuana. She goes on medical missions, and you know you're seen in the world as this glam RN in Beverly Hills. But who you truly are is incredible. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm
I want
so
to cry
glad
right
you're here.
now.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you so much.
Okay, take us to the time when you were a teen mom and your journey to becoming this extraordinary woman today.
Yeah, so I have been a teen mother since I was about 17. So I have a 23-year-old, don't do the math, and an 18-year-old. So, you know, we are just kind of alone in this world. I mean, we have family, we have friends, but we kind of have to do this on our own. And it was a struggle, and it was a struggle to you know, kind of show people that I was going to make it, you know, that I wasn't just another teen mother. So that was my goal, and I got my master's, and I've been an RN for 19 years. So now I own a cosmetic surgical practice, 2 of them now.
Wow.
So yeah, with Dr. Roy Kim, and he's in San Francisco, and now we just have one here in Hollywood.
Congratulations, that's a
Thank
massive
you.
success, and what an incredible role model you must have become to your
Thank you.
children.
Thank you.
What is it, the one thing you wanted to really make sure that they learned from you?
Every day I instill in them that I am there for them, and they're never alone, and they are going to make mistakes, and that's okay, because I make mistakes every day, and so no one's perfect. So
how did you get through all of that to the place you are now? Was it just sheer grit and determination? Were there little things that you discovered along the way that were very helpful? How did you get through that?
I mean, I have a lot of family and great support, but I feel like the more that someone tells me I can't do something, I will do it even more, like 1,000% more. So
The thing about you, you have like the biggest heart. She really does. She's one of those people that goes so far out of her way to make you feel loved. It's really touching.
Oh, thank you.
But go on. So sorry.
No, it's okay. I think maybe it's I'm an RN, a nurse, you know, nurturing just who I am. So we have spoken to incarcerated pregnant women the last few years, and that's one of my most favorite things on earth, is to really show them, like, just because you're here, just because you're 12 and you're pregnant and you're in jail, doesn't mean you can't still do this. You know, everyone has hope, everyone has goals, and everyone could be whomever or whatever they want.
Right. What role has self-love played in your journey? Because it sounds like it's pretty integral.
I still challenge every day, you know, myself with that. So I still put a lot in everybody before me. That's just who I am. But you know, I have to remind myself, like, just stop and relax, and, you know, have you gotten your nails done yet? No, it's been 3 weeks. It's time. You know, little things like that just mean so much.
But you taught me a lot, and this show's taught me so much, because when I first met you, I was like, oh, she's a lovely woman, and she's into like kind of superficial Beverly Hills thing. And then as I got to know you deeper and deeper, I was like, well, this woman is really profound in all your generosity and what you do for so many mothers and different people around the world. Tell us a little bit about Tijuana and what you go down there for with the foster kids.
Oh, thank you. So we go down with an American organization. We go to about a few orphanages. Each orphanage has about 60 kids, and they are not granted and they're not helped by the government. So we go in with about 50 nurses on a bus, and we assess the kids while we play. So we're playing with them, but we're nurses. So if we're able to catch anything, we report that to the physicians that are also volunteers as well. We donate all of the money we collect to that orphanage for that day. We have like a big party for the kids. And it's just, anyone could join. You don't have to be in the medical field. And we have a bus that collects people from LA all the way down to the Tijuana border. Wow. And we come back the same day. We come back the same day. And I just encourage everybody just to do it one time. Just do one mission, one surgical mission your whole life, and it will change your entire life, just one time.
So the point is, get all your aesthetics for this woman because she's giving back in
Yes.
so many ways,
Yes.
right?
So tell everyone if they are in LA or they want to come to LA to work with you, what kind of services do you offer and where do you provide them?
Okay, well, I have my own spa here in Hollywood on Sunset Boulevard. I do Botox, fillers, anything injectable in your body that you want to enhance your beauty, I do that. However, portions of it will go towards our young women, not just LA and California, but hopefully everywhere, that will help them get their GED, money for clothes, resume, and just to get them going.
Isn't that cool?
That's incredible.
So
Thank you.
touching.
I'm excited.
Thank you so much for everything you do, and tell them where they can find and follow you.
Okay, so @GlamRN_, Beverly Hills, and then _ again.
Fantastic.
Congratulations.
Thank you guys so much. This was
Stay
fun.
tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. I feel like it's been moving and emotional Monday. It's also mindful, motivational Monday, but our extraordinary guests today have blessed us with some really, truly moving and transformative stories. Thank you guys each so very much, because I do feel inspired personally. The question of the day, we've been talking a little bit about, how to be the CEO of your life. And I think sometimes that can sound very business oriented, which can be a good thing. But part of being a CEO, I think, is also sort of taking care of yourself and your life and the people that you care most about. And so if there's one thing that you're optimizing your life for, and it is most important in your life, whether it's peace or love or happiness or success, or what's the one thing you feel most deeply that you're optimizing your life for?
I don't know if this is like the right answer. But
There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer.
You're gonna fail.
You can't get it wrong. Yeah.
My mom, maybe?
Yes.
Aww.
Yeah. Love that.
I think just appreciating everything every day and just realizing how blessed we are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For me, self-care. Like, you have to take care of yourself. If you're not the best that you can be and you're not in your best shape, like, you won't be able to follow your dreams and take care of other people. So I think self-care, just taking care of yourself.
Yes.
I think living with intention and being completely aware of the moment you're in when you're in the moment, because I think we spend so much of our time, like I said earlier on, just distracted. And if you're with someone, be with someone. If you're with your family, if you're with your friends, or if you're working, whatever you're doing, just be there 100%.
Love that. One of my favorite quotes, Vince Vaughn, he says, "Where every body is, let your mind be too."
Yeah.
Presence.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I would say your peace and your happiness is so important. Be present every single day and just live your life to the fullest. That's it.
Thank you all for the time and light you shared with us today. We are Good Morning LaLa Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. You can listen to all these interviews available as a podcast on iTunes, and the full show is available for replay on EverTalk TV, now available on Apple TV.
We're waking up the world together. I need to wake up apparently. So please like, share, and comment on all these amazing people. Have a wonderful Monday.
It's going to be a Good Morning LaLa Land.
What's going on?
Yes, still a show. Still is all good. It makes it even better that way. It's even better.
I had no idea what to say. I was like,
no. because your mom is in the studio. And two, because it truly is. Like it's good. No, there's, the whole point. And I should explain that to you. The whole point. Yeah, I was trying to
elaborate on my face because it